Welcome to Resumes Before and After, where we look at common resume mistakes and how to fix them. Today we will discuss how to best position yourself for a career change. Let's take a look at the resume of Jim Green, a longtime pastor, who is currently finishing up his bachelor's degree in business with a concentration in human resources management, which is also the field he wants to break into. Actually, it's a field he is returning to, as he had worked in human resources many years ago. When we take a look at his original resume, we see a pastor. Take a look at some of the wording he uses to describe his job. Responsible for leading Elmvale Church to proclaim the glory of God, or lead the people to God. All quite natural for a pastor, but he is looking for a job in human resources. Even his email is jimgreenpastor@email.com. If I am a hiring manager reading this, I don't get why Mr. Green is applying for my human resources position, because absolutely nothing on page 1 says human resources. It only says pastor. Now, if I looked at page 2, I would find interesting information. But I would probably never look at page 2, as after seeing page 1, I would think this person applied to the wrong job and I would not waste my time taking a closer look at the rest of his resume. Let's look at our after version. Overall, we really played up his HR credentials and played down the religious content of his original resume. Let's start with the little things. His email address is no longer jimgreenpastor@email.com, but a more neutral jimgreen@email.com. Then we added a professional summary section that makes his intention of transitioning back into HR clear. And we are adding core competencies specific to HR, which he is knowledgeable about and has used before. Because he is a soon-to-be graduate with an HR degree, we also moved the education section before the professional experience section. Now, when a hiring manager is looking at Jim's resume, they're actually seeing an applicant who has human resources written all over it. Let's now take a look at the professional experience section. We really shrank his 2 pastor positions to just the basics, and we stressed his administrative and management experience within those roles. In his current role, Mr. Green is not only the lead pastor, but also the executive administrator of this church. This experience directly translates to an HR role. We also took out the overtly religious language of his original version. It would not be relevant to his current goals and might actually put off some potential employers. We left all the detail in his long ago assistant supervisor/HR manager role, because that experience, even though it was a long time ago, is highly relevant. Let's move on to 2 sections we took out completely: the accreditation and affiliation section. That content just confirmed his pastor role, but is not at all relevant to an HR position, so it has no place in this resume. With all the irrelevant information we took out, while concentrating on the content relevant to HR, the resume also shrank to 1 page. This is an advantage, as now even the old HR job appears on page 1, with no danger of being hidden away on page 2. So, even though we are talking about the same person with the same qualifications and information as before, he seems like a completely different candidate, just by rearranging and reweighting the information. The hiring manager now sees a candidate that is qualified and interested in a human resources role. That's it for today. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned for more resumes before and after videos. Thanks for watching.